Today at 6, the Prime Minister's authority is draining away. Resignations from government and a loss of support among his backbenchers too. Just some of the Tory ministers and aides have sent in letters of resignation, 36 and counting.
Is the government collapsing, Mr. Shah?
In the last hour, cabinet ministers have been streaming into number 10. They have one message for Boris Johnson: it's time to go. It follows a devastating speech from the former health secretary.
We have reason to question the truth and integrity of what we've all been told. And at some point, we have to conclude that enough is enough. I believe that point is now.
Will you be Prime Minister tomorrow? Of course.
More Westminster hostility from senior MPs this afternoon, but through it all, the Prime Minister insists he's here to stay.
Frankly, Mr. Speaker, the job of a Prime Minister in difficult circumstances when he's been handed a colossal mandate is to keep going, and that's what I'm going to do.
Tonight, the end appears nigh for Boris Johnson. It feels like a question of when, not if, he'll go.
So, political turmoil in Westminster will bring you the latest in a fast-moving story and hear what voters think of it all. Also tonight, a Ukrainian mother picks through the remnants of her beloved son's life. Our special report on Russian atrocities and a war crimes investigation. The Lionesses training at Old Trafford. In less than 2 hours, they'll be in action. The Women's Euros underway today.
And then from us tonight, a Lincolnshire MP quits her role as a minister in Boris Johnson's government. And plans for a cruise terminal by the Deep in Hull are scrapped by the new council leaders.
Hello and welcome to the BBC's News at 6. As we go on air this evening, a number of cabinet ministers are in number 10 and they have one message from the Prime Minister: it is time to go. At least 36 ministers and aides have said they can no longer serve under Boris Johnson. It follows a devastating resignation statement this afternoon from the former Health Secretary Sajid Javid. He told a packed House of Commons that he quit yesterday, along with former Chancellor Rishi Sunak, because he no longer thought it was possible to hang on to his own integrity while remaining loyal to the Prime Minister. Enough is enough, he said. All day, Conservative backbenchers have been withdrawing their support too. Despite all this, the Prime Minister insists he's here to stay. Rarely has Westminster seen a day when the authority of a Prime Minister has been undermined in this way. Let's turn to our political editor, Chris Mason. Chris.
George, at lunchtime today, I sat in the press gallery for Prime Minister's questions, and you could feel, you could hear the authority and power of Boris Johnson draining away moment by moment. In the hours afterwards, even his most loyal supporters were privately saying the game was up. It was time for him to go. And as you were saying, in the last hour or so, a delegation of cabinet ministers, one by one, heading into Downing Street to say that Boris Johnson must resign. Today has felt like the most pivotal day yet in the downfall of Boris Johnson.